Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Continuing our lecture. So we were here types of business information systems and systems from a constituency perspective. So constituency perspective, I went online and I found that it is identify systems in terms of major organizational groups that they serve. So the major organizational groups are of three types. One is transaction processing system, which usually check the operational level of supporting operational level employees. So let me get I don't know. Okay. So just a minute. From here, I need to get the laser pointer as well. So transaction processing system supporting the operational level employees. Then the MIS, which supports the managers, middle level managers, and executive support systems, which covers uh, the top management. So for example, here I have a ballpoint. So basically, it is a like three pyramid layer. So this is three pyramid layer. From here, let's change the color. So here you have like operational level, operational management, which is called OM. Usually you study the book OM as well. Then this is the middle management, MM, and this is the top management. So the transaction processing systems, the executive support systems goes there. Here, the management MIS system goes to the middle management, and the TPS transaction processing systems goes to this level, the top level. Oh, sorry, this goes here in the operational management TPS. For example, taking the example of a bank, the bank take the operational information of the customers and daily time to time activities from the TPS. Then taking the examples of the second one, the middle management, which looks into the provinces, for example, the UBL, which is taken in the MIS systems, the middle management systems, and the top management take the decisions using the executive support systems. So let me change to the laser pointer. So this is how the constituency system works, and now we will be dealing with this transaction processing systems. So move forward. Transaction processing systems is perform and record daily routine transactions necessary to conduct the businesses. As we checked earlier from the banking point of view, then it allows managers to monitor status of operations and relations with external environment. It serves the operational levels, and it serves the predefined structures, goals, and decisions making. So middle management MIS serve the middle management, as we saw in the pyramid. I don't know if the pyramid is here. Yes, the middle management. It serves the middle management. It provides reports on firm's current performance based on the data generated from the TPS. So the input to MIS is the TPS, Management Information System, and it provides answer to routine questions with predefined procedures for answering them, and typically have little analytical capabilities. For example, here you see how MIS systems obtain their data from the organization TPS. For example, this is the order file, this is the master production schedule, and this is the accounting file that produces the order processing system. For example, the battery Volta battery example, it produces the order processing systems. Then material requirement planning, resource planning, general ledger, and this order processing system goes to the sales data. This production master system goes to the unit product cost data, and this goes into the product change data, and here it goes to the expenses ledger. And overall, this is basically the TPS transaction processing system, and it is the input to the MIS management information systems, and it generates reports to the middle managers. So for example, you see here, this report shows summarized annual sales data was produced by MIS in figure this consolidated customer products corporation sales by product and sales region 2007. See, the product code was 4469. Product description was carpet cleaner. Let's say sales north, south, middle, east, and west. This was the region. We can say that KP, Sindh, Balochistan, and Punjab. And the actual sale was this. Planned sale was 17,000, and this actual sales versus planned sales. So we achieved basically 95% of the planned sales, because every company sets a target for each year, and accordingly they manage their sales and try to complete the targets. Then the one of the beauty of this book is the case studies. So I didn't cover the case studies, first two case studies, and you have to look into the case studies, go through them and you will learn a lot from the case studies and expect a lot of questions from the case studies of the soft book given to you in the paper as well. So you have to cover the case studies, and majority of the questions will be from the case study. Managing travel expenses, new tools, new savings. Read the online interaction session management and then discuss the following question. What kind of this? So this basically Concur expense services, and did Market Star have to address what adopting Concur expense services? So whenever in the foreign, people travel a lot and they manage their traveling and their trips. So based on different systems, so there are a lot of traveling companies as well and outside. So based on those companies, they manage your trips, and based on that, an MIS information systems case studies generated, and you can go through the case studies, and it's a wonderful case studies as well. The second type of system, which basically serves the middle management. So we have like three levels. The first one was the operational level, which is covered by the TPS. The second one is middle level, which is covered by the decision support system, DSS. The top one is the top management, and the ESS, the enterprise systems, cover the ESS and support the ESS. So decision support system is the middle management. It serves the middle management, support non-routine decision making. What is the impact of production schedule if December sales double? Or it also tells you what will be the impact of COVID, or what is the impact of COVID these days. So this kind of system is helps managers to check this kind of system, help make decisions using the DSS. Often use external information as well as from the TPS and MIS. So the input to the decision support system is from the TPS as well as from the outside information, the government policies, the tax reduction or tax rebate by the government, etc. This is model versus model-driven decision support system and decision-driven support system. In the model-driven decision support system, we have like different models working. For example, if you study the MRP, material requirement planning, this is model-driven decision support system, and here they give the example of the voyage-estimating system. So a case study of voyage estimation, or you can check online as well, a case study of voyage estimation system is given, where the voyage estimation system is a company which deals and manage the traveling of the ship and the ship traveling. Or for example, if you are going to transport the goods from China to America, so the voyage company basically helps you to get a container and to like manage the whole fleet, and also it will manage the complete trip, that this ship starting from the China, let's suppose Shanghai port or Wuhan port, it started from the Wuhan port and it will travel to the India, and it will touch to the Dubai port or Gwadar port, then Dubai port, then the Turkey, and from there Europe, and from there to America, Los Angeles. Let's say Pola is like port of Los Angeles, which is one of the famous port. If you are coming from the west side, so you touch the Los Angeles port. It's a very famous port, and I had the chance to visit the port as well during the visit to Berkeley. It's close to Berkeley, basically Berkeley University in San Francisco. So Voyage basically has a lot of optimization tools which take into the account of the weather and the type of route that will minimize the fuel consumption, and the different types of ports where they have to drop some shipment and they have to pick some shipment, etc. The second one is the data-driven system, intraverse marketing analysis system, or you can say the data-driven system. Most of the systems in Pakistan you see, they are data-driven system. For example, taking the example of the Daraz, or taking the example of the TCS or Kareem, they are basically, no, not the Kareem. The Kareem is also one of the model-based, model-driven system, because a friend of mine used to work in Kareem in a top management, and I know how they are using the AI to manage their fleet. So the data-driven system is basically the input is complete data. For example, the trends of the people who are traveling like Istanbul. The companies over there, based on that data, they will take the decisions that which kind of hotel are the best suited for this market segment, and how they should like manage their facilities, etc. Then this is the example of the voyage estimation decision support system, where they have ship file, the speed capacity of the ship, and the fuel capacity, etc. Then port distance restriction file. Then they have fuel consumption file, ship charter, hire history, cost file, port expenses, etc., etc. Then this goes to the analytical model databases, where they have optimization model. This could be integer programming, linear programming, a combination of mixed integer linear programming, and so on. It goes to the PCs, and then online queries are answered. This is the example of the voyage estimation system. Next we have like, okay, so what happens, like for example, you have a ship and you need to like move the ship from China to America. So the kind of the ship capacity, the 1,000 tonnage of the goods that the ship can hold, and the like port distance restriction. For example, if the ship is coming to like 5 ports including Gwadar, so what's the port distance restriction, that how am I going to like restrict from the port, like total distance from the port, because you cannot touch directly to each and every port. It depends on the like size of the fleet and like tonnage weight on, because you have to like stay safe in a safe, you have to keep your ship safe in a safe distance. So this is the port distance restriction. Then the fuel consumption cost file, what is the fuel consumption of the your ship, and if you go in a particular speed, what is the economical speed for the ship. And also it will like cover the if the wind are opposite to the ship or in the direction of your route, so accordingly it minimizes your the fuel consumption and optimizes your journey. Then the ship charter hire and history cost file, etc., and the port expenses file, and so on. All this goes to your AHP, where you have like the different models, and it gives you the best route and the best and the minimized cost possible based on the current conditions. So this is very beautiful and heart-touching case study, and you must check it. And I guess that there will be a lot of videos on the YouTube as well based on this case study, and you must look into it, because those industrial engineers who want to go into the Dubai or Middle East or Gwadar, and those who want to like get an experience of the ship industry, they should go to this case studies in order to get the knowledge of the ship travel or water travels, because they can have their prospective jobs in this industry as well. Then executive support system. So we had like operation level, where operation level, middle level, and top level. So on the operational level we had transactional processing system, TPS. Then in the middle level we had like decision support system, DSS, and in top level we had like executive support system. And now we are studying executive support system. Senior, it suppose the senior management addresses non-routine decision requirement, judgment and evaluation and insight. For example, the COVID came and the markets of the whole world crashed. So based on this COVID thing, how the companies would respond and what would be the future direction. The ESS, executive support system, will help executives to take this kind of decisions, incorporate data about external events, new text laws, competitor, as well as summarize information from internal MIS and decision support system. ESS, that provides minute-to-minute view of firm's financial performance as measured by working capital, accounts receivable, accounts payable, cash flows, inventory, overall. So ESS provides minute-to-minute view of the financial performance because it is taking the information from the decision support system, and decision support system is taking information from the transaction processing system. It means that it has the complete view of all the information, and basically ESS gives the manager the summarized picture. If they want to dig down, they can dig down, but basically the managers are more interested in the trends. That's the beauty of ESS and how the ESS is working. For example, ESS workstation over here, it has like menus, graphics, communication, local processing, etc. This system pools data from diverse internal and external sources and makes them available to executives in an easy to use form. So internal data, TPS, MIS, which is decision support system, financial data, office systems, modeling, analysis, etc. External data, Dow Jones. Dow Jones is the world huge world most powerful capital investment foreign investment exchange in the world, exchange market of the US, which is situated in the New York. We can say Pakistan, Karachi Stock Exchange, Islamabad Stock Exchange, etc. Internet news feeds, standards and pools, etc. Then we have like different executive support system, and based on these trends from internal and external information, the executives take information. Then relationships of the systems to one another. TPS, major source of data for other systems. Executive support system, recipient of the data from lower level systems. Data may be exchanged between the systems. In reality, most business systems only loosely integrated. Interrelationships among one another. We have TPS, and it gives data to the MIS and DSS, which are both in turn the same. If the MIS is only based on the like data driven, then we say MIS. And if it's dependent on the models, then we say decision support system as well. And both gives information or interrelated to executive support system. Like if there is no DSS or MIS, ESS cannot work. So the DSS and MIS both are essential to the executive support system. Enterprise applications, the ERP systems, usually those who have worked in Pakistan Tobacco Company or other middle level companies like US Apparel, or our students working in different textile industries, Interloop, etc. They are working dealing with the ERP systems. Enterprise application span functional areas, executive business processes across the execute business processes across the firm, and include all levels of management like middle, lower level operational management, middle management, and top management. Four major application. Enterprise systems, we have supply chain management systems that are particularly focused on the supply chain. Then CRM, customer relationship management service system, for example, the hotel industry or the airline industries like Emirates, or the hotels like Marriott or Serena, they have CRM, customer relation management system. Knowledge management systems, for example, Schlumberger, they take care, they employ both the supply chain management systems, because I have seen a friend working on supply chain management system, also knowledge management system, where in the knowledge management system, they have all the case studies for their organization. And if they need to train their engineers on drilling, so before going to the field, they train their engineers on the knowledge management system and drilling systems. And I have seen the module as well. This is a wonderful knowledge management system, is one of the very powerful systems needed and developed by the top organizations to train their human resource. Then ERP architecture, for example, you see that we have like four functional business area: sales and marketing, production, finance, accounting, and human resource. And all those four areas have like three layers: the operational layer, the middle layer, and the top layer. Here in the operational layer, we have TPS, transaction processing system. Here we have in the middle layer, we have MIS, or decision support system. Here we have executive support system. Here in the knowledge management systems cover span all the three areas. And the suppliers, for example, it says functional areas. Enterprise application automate process that span multiple business functions and organizational levels and may extend outside the organization. And thus, in terms of DSS and ESS, customer distributions, customer relationship management system. In the middle level, supply chain management system, there are different processes. Knowledge management system, enterprise management system, the combination of all. So it basically gives you an overview and the complete picture. Enterprise systems collect data from different firm functions and stores data in a single data repository. Let's say the example of Pakistan Tobacco Company. It has like different firm functions. It has like accounting, finance, sales, inventory, production planning and control, logistics, and it's stored in a central repository. It resolves problem of fragment redundant data sets and systems, because the information is stored in a single place. Everyone can easily retrieve the data as per their access, because not everyone is allowed to take access of the all the data. And it enables coordination of daily activity, efficient response to customer production, inventory, provide valuable information for improving management decision, etc. Then executive support system. Enterprise systems cover complete, like enterprise systems integrate the key business process of entire firm into a single software systems that enable information to flow seamlessly throughout the organization. This system focus primarily on internal process, but may include transaction with customers and vendor, etc. Like production, manufacturing, production, finance, accounting, human resources, business processes. Here you have vendors, organizational boundaries start here. This is your enterprise system working here, and organizational boundaries are there, and then it interact with the customers. So this is basically a logical diagram of the enterprise system. Supply chain management systems, you are well familiar with it. A few of the groups are also working on the supply chain management systems, and this slide will help them manage firms' relationship with suppliers, share information about order, production, inventory levels, delivery of goods and services. A goal is right amount of product to destination with least amount of time and lowest cost. And then example of supply chain management system, like you have distribution centers of customer orders. Figure 12.2-13, customer orders, shipment notification, optimize shipping plans, other supply chain information flow among warehouse management system, WMS, transportation management system, TMS, and its back-end corporate systems. WMS, distribution centers and systems, shipment notifications, to WMS, warehouse management system, to ship the product. Then this is middleware, like which is coordinating everything. Then freight carriers, transportation management system, plans goes there and orders come to the transportation management systems. Corporate system, order inventory systems, order and shipment notification retrieved in the middleware. Plans and middleware is basically the hub of the your information system IS, which coordinate all the activities of the organization. Customer relationship management system provide information to coordinate all of the business processes that deal with the customer in sales, marketing, service, to optimize revenue, customer satisfaction, and customer retention. Take the example of the Emirates. Those who we have traveled with the Emirates keep you sending the emails, the new promotion. They have your passport information, your traveling history, and they try to send you the best deals related to your traveling plan. Integrated from customer related processes and consolidate customer information from multiple communication channel, as I told you, as I gave you the example of the Emirates. Then Salesforce, you must go to the Salesforce website and check the one of the very powerful sales and marketing tools developed in the world, especially in the North America. So this is basically the dashboard, close sales to date, and the charts, different type of chart. All these charts are available in the software. And the name of software is, I write the name here as well. The name is Odoo, O-D-O-O, Odoo.com. This is the free ERP system available and developed in the Python. So now you have the knowledge of the Python, so you can go and check the Odoo and play with the Odoo, and even you can implement the Odoo in your organization for free. And if you want to have more features, you can pay them later, but you can try to, even you can, if you want to have your assignment or your complex engineering problem to implement a MIS system in our organization, you can use the Odoo to implement the MIS system. If there is a problem in the Access, go and search the Odoo and implement that in the Odoo. Take an organization, for example, this is, I say, and school is a perfect example. So in the school, you have like 4 major business processes, like you have sales, the learning management system, and the student HR, the teachers and record, and like you have, for example, IT department. So try to integrate all those departments, enter the data of that, and have a dashboard and bring within the form and assignment, and also give the data in the Excel form that this is the data I entered into the Odoo MIS system, and try to tweak the data in the background as well. Okay. The knowledge management system, I gave you the example of the Schlumberger, and go there and sort the knowledge of the knowledge management system of the Schlumberger and P&G, Procter and Gamble. Also, I would request you guys to check the hiring process or the recruitment of the P&G, Procter and Gamble, etc., because this is one of the very fine institution which polish the graduates as well. Then intranet is like, one is internet and other is internet. Internet is that you are getting the internet from the outside vendors, while internet is your internal organization internet, where outside organization is not involved. So this is intranet. And then extranets, intranets extended to the authorized user outside your company. So the internet that is only restricted to your companies is intranet. The one you shared with outside is extranets. And e-business, electronic business, which is the Alibaba, eBay, Daraz, these are, or Kareem. This is the example of the e-businesses I write here. For example, I have like Daraz or Kareem, D-A-R-A-Z. Daraz, the example of e-business. E-government, what's the example of e-government in Pakistan? You all must know. This is the citizen portal. Citizen portal, sometimes it's very helpful. Sometimes it's not, but still I appreciate that the government came up with this idea, citizen portal. So this is the e-government. And then information system department is everywhere in the government organization and in the private organization as well. And end user is the one who is the user. And then information system in function and business. I think the last 2 slides. So here, small firm may not have formal information systems. Large firms can have and the large firms can have decentralized systems, separate department, and each division has separate group, but under central control. For example, organization of the information system figure 2-14, there are alternative ways of organization information system functions within the business, within each functional area. So we have like 4 functional area: production. So in the production, like we have the IT manager of the, sorry, take the pen. Here we have like uh, production area. So you will have production area, financial and accounting in the previous story. uh, so here we have manufacturing processes is there. Then we have financial and accounting, then sales and this, and human resource. And you see the IT manager of everyone is different. IT for this, and the complete IT is answering to vice president, chief information officer, and then CEO. And vice president information systems is a separate entity and it's not connected. So this is the one way. And you can have like a separate department under central control. So the departments are different, but both are controlled under vice president of the marketing, and which is reporting to the CEO. So here in this, you have like IT groups, and all IT groups are directed by the vice president information system, and which is coordinated by the chief information officer. That's the end of the chapter. I hope you gained a lot of knowledge regarding the MIS, but the beauty is that you guys already know the programming and you guys already know a little bit of data science, because in the future, the MIS will be merged with the data science, and nobody will be able to differentiate between the data science and MIS. Basically, data science has taken over the MIS. That's why I was very focused in the start with the data science, and I am very happy that you guys are halfway through the data science, and those who want to pursue their careers in data science can easily pursue with the effort of at least 6 months after your graduation, inshallah. So wish you good luck, and if you have any question, leave me the email and I will be answering the email, and I will have a question answer session, separate question answer session live as well. So with this, I say to you, thanks, take care of yourself, and thank you, take care, Allah Hafiz, have a good